Siege is definitely in one of the worst states it's ever been when it comes to cheating. What makes it worse is that it feels like no one is getting banned. That was going to be my main theme of this video, is that it feels like cheaters are just being allowed to run free and they don't have any plans to punish them because they are doing all of this blatantly for weeks and not getting banned. Which is something to be said about them collecting data, but this is just getting ridiculous. And what you'll notice throughout this video is that not a single cheater that we found had been banned, even people who had been cheating for weeks. Hacker replay day. The very first match, which we're going to get right into, is a match that I actually saved from last week because I want to show it off, but it's all about exploits, so I didn't want to put it too close to the other ones. But there is one exploit that I've never seen before, which is an invincibility exploit. In this match, we have Honker Helios, who's accusing DMA Dimix 520, but there's no one in this match by that name. Hold on. Don't tell me I saved this match from last week and he didn't even submit the right match. Looks like it's the wrong match. God damn it. This has been happening way too much recently. Guys, please, when you submit, make sure it's the right match and the right information. It's been happening so much recently. You guys keep submitting the wrong matches, or even worse, I said this last week, people keep submitting it with a blank text document, and I delete those. If the text document doesn't have anything, I'm not reading through. I just delete your submission. So, unfortunately, we already wasted our time there. But before we get into the, what will now be the first match, I do want to check how many submissions did we have in the last week. Okay, we actually had less submissions than usual, 400 on the dot. Instead of that match, though, we'll just go over to Outback, where we have Lav X9, who's accusing Vex 8 Yadog 32. I don't know what that means. Varsity being late and fucking up. It's not my fuck up. The first match was user error. They submitted the wrong match. I understand it can be difficult and annoying to determine exactly which match it is, but like, I don't know, it's not that crazy hard to do your homework and make sure you're submitting the right match. This guy is just AFK. I think he disconnects because, actually no, he dies. Oh. He is locked in for having just got back. And then he just stares at him and dies. That seemed fine. Type of guy to lose the file and blame it on the submitter. Chat going crazy trying to blame me for something that's not my fault. This guy is AFK again. Do I see that right? He has a champ charm. Does anyone remember what season this is? I don't recognize that. Actually, is that this season's? Because if so, then that's proof that he at least has an unlock all. Which, I mean, anyone who uses an unlock all generally then is cheating in some way or form. Like, why have one cheat and not another, right? Looks somewhat fine so far. This season's is a big X, so I don't know what season that is then. It looks like a lock. Maybe after this round I'll just go back to the main menu and look for it. Let me see. It was Crimson Heist. Let me see. Name. Oh yeah, you're right. Crimson Heist Platinum. Okay. He's AFK again. So every single round he just sits AFK until like 30 to 45 seconds into the round, and then he starts moving. Yeah, 30 seconds in to the action phase. That seems really weird. Because I think this is ranked as well. So it's like, why are you just sitting AFK for, I mean, 45 seconds of the prep phase and 30 seconds into the round. And then, like, every time he comes back, he just sprints right at them. He just got off TikTok like people in ranked. I feel like people always say that's a thing where, like, their teammates are just on their phone. I feel like I never have that in my games. And, like, this guy's a champ, apparently. And, like, I know people hate to hear it. I play in champ lobbies. All my ranked lobbies are all champ. I feel like people never do this. And he dies again, bro. Can we get a round where he doesn't die right away? Why is he suspicious? Because so far, all I'm seeing is a guy who dies a lot. And he's 2 and 3. He must do something if he gets accused. He's AFK during the drone phase, but as soon as action phase, he starts moving. The only reason I say it's kind of weird about how much he's like AFKing is, especially if you're a champ, and from my memory, I think this is a ranked game. It might be unranked. Like, normally you take it pretty seriously. I know it looks weird, but it's just graphical. That looked fine as well, bro. I'm not seeing anything. I just can't remember if this is ranked or not. I don't think it, maybe it's not. I remember one of the matches was unranked, and I think it was this one. That, I feel like if he was cheating, he would not have seemed to be caught off guard by that. Because he seems surprised that a zombie just ran in front. And then he dies. Okay. It's got to be in round 7 or 8, right? Got to be something. Again. Oh, okay, this is the first round where he actually immediately is moving. He's not AFK. Maybe something changed. I know it's being picky, but to see someone with a champ charm making that minor mistake of trying to put a camera on an unbroken wall or like half broken wall seems weird. But that's just being picky. Maybe I need to go also pull up the text document to see what exactly caused this person to be reported. That was quite the shot, but not like overly suspicious, I think. Without the HUD. Yeah, you do see her. And he happens to like one tap her. The weird part for me though is like this guy's not popping off. He's not even the highest fragger on their team. He's just like playing, it seems like. His recoil control is really good, but plus the MP7 on a one-time scope, right? So it's not like it's that crazy. How did that Ash get down? Oh, frost. From the angle. Gotcha. I think whoever reported this is just bad. I mean, it's possible. But I'm not... Normally there's at least something they did, like, oh, a wall bang, or like, you know, lined someone up, or like waited perfectly. But this guy just seems to be running around and going for whatever kills he can. Oh, and for the first time ever, he's moving his drone too. You know, I bet what was happening was that he was probably on his phone watching VarsityGaming TikToks for the tips and tricks in Siege. And then now he finished watching or catching up on them, and now he's like, okay, now I can play again. There's probably like the hundreds of thousands of people who watch the daily VarsityGaming TikToks to get their Siege fill. He's just sprinting through. He's not checking anything. I mean, he's putting on his glasses to at least see for footprints. Copia. Hey, people watch my TikToks. I can't remember if this was the submission, but I do remember one of the submissions. I think it was this one. They just said that he was always ready. And I can kind of see that, especially in the last round, but it doesn't look that bad. But I specifically did try to pull up matches where people were like, maybe they're cheating, to try to get, you know, somewhat more innocent ones. Okay, so they said the reasoning was that this was a diamond lobby, and he could have just been a good player, but he seemed to know where everyone was all the time. Especially weird in the last round, which we just pointed out, where he just sprinted in and was just peeking everyone. I do agree that was a little weird about like how confidently he could push in, especially apparently this was ranked. Is that true? It was ranked. I feel like for a champ player, he did not play like it was ranked. He played that like it was casual. But I mean, some rank stars play like that, right? He is a 3-time champ, or 2-time champ, now diamond, with a level 800 account. Is this a console player? No, it's not. He doesn't have an account linked. So, okay, it clearly is a console player, but he doesn't have an account linked to it. Because he only just started playing in the season where console can play on PC, and he's been champ. And he had a champ charm from Crimson Heist, which was years ago. So it's clearly a console player, but on a PC account. Because if it was a console player on a console account, this would show his console account. But it's his PC account. So, that was weird. I did notice, like, multiple times, I even commented that his recoil control was really good, which makes me feel like he was on controller. I didn't really pay attention if he just was sprinting around or anything with, or, sorry, hip leaning while sprinting around. Okay, let me just re-watch this and see if he hip leans at all. I think here he does, right? So he leans while shooting at the camera, but then he stands upright, and then he leans again without aiming down sight at all. Okay, so he is on PC, on mouse and keyboard as well, but his recoil control is insanely good, and he's a console player, so I don't know. I mean, seeing as how he's a long-time champ, I'm gonna just assume he's not, and he doesn't have any encounters with cheaters. But I do agree, the account is weird. It's weird that it's a console player, but on a PC account, and like everything lines up to be a console player just playing in PC lobbies, but it's not. It's an actual PC account. So, I don't know, that's odd. I think at the end of the day, though, not cheating. He just got outplayed. Next match, we have an unranked lair match. In this match, we have the Tilted Tiger, who's accusing Buff My Rook, or My Rock, who is queued with, obviously, Rock My Buffs and My Buff Rock. Gotta make sure I watch the right one. Buff My Rook. Twitch F2. You see, chat, Twitch F2, terrible, terrible gun to control. One of the hardest guns in the game. And just on principle, if I see someone running it, I'm immediately suspicious. This is also why I specifically don't run the F2 on Twitch because I don't want to get reported for how well I control the recoil. Like, it's just not worth dealing with and having people accusate me all the time, right? So, that's why I don't run it. Damn. That was some rough recoil control. It did look a little bit like he knew where people were and knew where to expect them. But, oh, chat. I think it crashed. Looks like we're good. Didn't crash this time. Now it is important to remember that this match is an unranked one. So if it looks like he just runs in and kills everyone, it could just be a skill disparity thing. I know I said that with the last match, but this is the only match we have today that is an unranked one. Every other one is a ranked one. And it also looks like him and his friends, the Rock My Buffs and My Buff Rock, are just running in, destroying their own drones. He did walk down here and then aim right at him through the wall and then aim over to the left instead. I think he's walling, right? Because, like, he has no reason to expect someone to be here. And then the Twitch, for some reason, just running back and forth, like, almost, it looks like trying to draw him out. He's also completely missing all of his shots, but every single shot is hitting. Watch this. Look at his recoil control and look at where the bullets actually go. So he's aiming up here, but the bullets are going down here. So when he aims to the left, even though his aim is well above his head, he's hitting Oryx in the chest. That's not a recoil or a replay bug, I don't think. I think that's actually just him having some type of cheat that aim assist for him. Check the cam that Yana is on. Okay, well first, let's see. He goes down here, he looks there. Yana only just gets on cams here. As he's getting shot, Yana finally gets on the cam. He was already aiming at him, prepared. No, he was... I think that very, very much likely is just walls. And then I think Fuse kills one or two of them here. It also looks like he is lining them up through the wall. No, he is cheating. He is cheating 100%. There is no way anyone defends that. He was aiming at the zombie through the wall, lining her up crouch level, and then he aimed at the Valkyrie through the wall, lined her up crouch or standing level. And then Warden, the guy who's been accused, ends off with 10 kills. Cav actually gets 4 kills here. I don't think there's much for us to watch with the Warden, but I want to see if his friends are cheating as well. Doesn't look like it. Looks like they might be more innocent. And then the cheater actually dies. Kind of want to see how he died. Nothing crazy there, but I saw enough. His aim was way off, but his bullets were going somewhere else. He constantly knew where everyone was without droning or checking anything. Yeah, he was definitely cheating. And then, is this Cav cheating too? Did I see that right? Did he just aim at him through the wall as well? Not really. I wish we could see who Warden was spectating. Then he'd obviously be giving callouts for like a specific person, but we can't see it. I think he's either cheating or his buddy is watching him and telling him like, hey, on your left, oh, over on the right. And like, he keeps on not interrogating for some reason. That's the second person he downed that he could have interrogated, but he just chose not to. And then he just sprinted across the entire map, but stops here. Looking the wrong way. Is that intentional or... Oh, I can't tell. But the buff my rook guy is definitely cheating. Like, without a doubt, he is cheating. This is his actual account, top of the silver. He was hard stuck bronze with a 0.4 KD, and then now he is diamond 2 with a 1.6. And he is queued with both of those guys, who are Bald Fenthead and Sip Robitussin. I believe this was the Cav, right? Yeah, the Cav. Also is a low-level account who is a 1.6 KD in Emerald, so probably also cheating. The Cav's likely also cheating or just getting callouts from his cheating teammate. And then their other friend is a gold with a 0.6, so he's definitely getting carried. But obviously, when you go from... Let me make sure you guys can see it. When you go from a bronze with a 0.47 to a diamond with a 1.6, you're cheating. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. No way around it. They are cheating. Next match is... Yes, on bank. In this match, we have Egrin King Dwarf. I don't know what that means. Who's accusing Pineapple Zed. What language is this down here? It's not Spanish. Doesn't look like Italian. Is it Portuguese? Chat, any Portuguese speakers? It either looks Portuguese or I would guess... Actually, no, I think Portuguese. I'm locking that in. I think it's Portuguese. Bro couldn't get higher than bronze in resource. Jane, that happens a lot. It is Portuguese? I fucking knew it. Knowing Spanish comes in handy once in a while. But Pineapple Zed is still slightly AFK. He keeps moving a little bit, but not actually playing. He does have the Dustland skins, which I believe are somewhat expensive, but not crazy expensive. Not Glacier level. He is definitely walling. Holy shit. Okay. So, like, obviously walling. We know he's walling. But, like, look at how bad he is. So he aims right at him through the wall first. His aim is so bad. He was flailing about. Didn't know what to do. Or as the British say, faffing about. There isn't an ounce of Portuguese there? I don't know. I don't fucking speak Portuguese. I just assumed it because of this, where it says Pietro. By the way, he's aiming at... I'm distracted by the spelling, but it has like the accent there. I don't know. But yeah, he is definitely walling. As you can see, he's just aiming right at them and waiting for them to peek so he has an excuse. But this looks like a very low level, like, new player, I would assume. To get a double here. He aims at crouch level because he knows, and then I assume he's going to aim down here at the Dokkaebi. Yeah. Whiffs a lot. Damn. What a talented player. Probably doesn't know you can't aim down sight while dropping. He does know, he just loses anyways. Well, Pietro's definitely a common and popular name in Italian, but the E does look Portuguese. Well, I mean, they all look the same. All the Romance languages. I speak Spanish, but because I understand, I can like understand a little bit, or like look at other similar ones and be like, okay, it seems about the same. I spelled this right? Pineapple Z, yeah. He's only in silver with a 1.7 KD. I'm curious what the rank of this lobby was. This was on bank, but it was an overtime match, so it's not this one. Yes, it was this one. So the lobby overall looks pretty low. This person had a 15 and 4 KD. Wait, is he also cheating? He has a high KD. He played a long time ago and now he's back, but 15 and 4 in bronze, but he's in silver. Didn't really play that much before either. And then if you look at his match history for ranked specifically, 8-8, that's not too bad. 5-4, 9-4, 2.4 KD, but that's kind of inflated because of this. If you remove just this match, he would be 33 and 16, which is still a 2 KD. Maybe he just got lucky. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to watch one round of him. We'll just watch this round. But he is a former gold, now playing in bronze and silver lobbies, so maybe he would just be like, oh, this is easy for me, and just wallop them. He sprinted that entire way and then only aimed down sight when Cav was close to him. There's no way this guy's also cheating, right? Just that Cav kills seems suspicious. Everything else, the way he's playing, seems more, you know, skittish and typical new player. Although, like, okay, he played a long time ago, and I know people forget games, but like, it almost looks like he was thinking about shooting through the floor, but he can't shoot through that floor. This is what Siege has turned us to, though, is like, one person has a good game, and I just, like, almost want to assume that they're cheating. Because, like, good games don't exist anymore in Siege, it's all fucking cheating. Normal. Maybe it was just coincidental that he happened to aim when Cav was there. Maybe he's legit. He doesn't look too crazy, right? Does he check elevator here? No, he just runs into a frost mat and then dies. I think he's fine. The other guy definitely cheating, though. We know that. Don't forget, if you have Amazon Prime, you link it to your Twitch account, you get a free sub every month. It's money you're leaving on the table. You're paying for Prime already. You might as well use your subs. And the thing I always mention is that you're basically taking money out of Jeff Bezos' pocket and putting it into mine instead. So take money from the billionaire, give it to the millionaire, alright? Who do we have? In this match, we have Free.elo, who's accusing Alfs and Jacob. Maybe he goes for a spawn peek or something. As the lads would say, a little cheeky spawn peek. Oh, he's just super indecisive and running back and forth. Does look like he's sprinting right over to where 3 of them are about to rush. 4 of them are about to rush. Guys, I think he might be cheating. And then he tries to run away. Okay. I think the warden's cheating, but it's early. I think the mute might be cheating, but it's also early, right? I could be wrong. Doesn't this match go to round 6? It does. How the fuck does this go to round 6? I'm just gonna skip to round 6 because I assume Warden will be full blaned by then, and then we can move on. These are their real names too, so we can just report them. It was Alf's, right? Yeah, that was the Warden. He's trying to be more subtle. He's trying to bait people into looking at him, but obviously he's walling. He's just staring right at them. But he's baiting them into shooting at him so that he has an excuse. This should be... I mean, we have their names. I don't have to have the match open, but I will pull up R6 Tracker and look them up. Alright, first person. This was the Warden / Ash at the end. Previously gold in Shifting Tides, and is now an Emerald with a 2.04 KD. What I want to see, headshot rating. 70%, 45%, 90%, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. 100% headshot rating across 13 kills. I'm no dev, but I feel like if someone has above an 80% headshot rating in the day, the account should probably be deactivated and then flagged for investigation. Maybe that's just me. 100% in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games in one day is insane. It's not impossible to get, like, I know people are saying 13 kills, 100% headshot rating. That's so obvious. Like, it's not impossible. That could happen. Just very, very unlikely. That would be like a 1% chance of happening or less. Don't know how he's not banned yet. That is rough. I know a lot of people were tweeting about this and saying it mainly as jokes, but it's starting to get a little concerning that it feels like Ubisoft is on vacation and anti-cheat is not doing anything because they are just letting cheaters run wild and they're not banning them. And that was kind of like, that was going to be my main theme of this video, is that it feels like cheaters are just being allowed to run free and they don't have any plans to punish them because they are doing all of this blatantly for weeks and not getting banned. I understand that Ubisoft a lot of time wants to let them cheat to, like, you know, see what they're doing and use that information, but with how bad cheaters are, it's probably a good idea to just curb this as quick as you can and just ban them, because I don't think it's doing anyone any good to allow them to just cheat for this long. Especially because, like, this guy has been cheating for... He was previously silver, so once he gets past silver, he's been cheating for 2 weeks and not banned either. Blatantly cheating and not banned. Like, what the fuck? It's very disappointing and shitty to see. We have another match to watch. I believe it is Coastline. In this match, we have Craig, K-R-E-G-G. Oh, he said his name might be Uwu Guns. He's accusing Daddy Trent 8, the Ash. Should we just start banning though? It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't know. Maybe they're collecting a lot of data. Maybe they just said, fuck it, let's let them cheat for the summer, and then we'll just go crazy with anti-cheat for the rest of the year. But this is the time where a lot of people are able to play games. Or actually, I might have to take that back, because... Okay, this guy's obviously cheating. Man, this was very obvious right off the bat. Summer technically, I guess, is not a time where a lot of people play games. I think summer normally has the lowest player counts because people are more likely to go out, do things, go on trips, be with family, go to events, and not be cheating in a video game. So maybe it's worth it to let them cheat over the summer and then fix it for when people are actually about to play a lot. Because, like, during the school year, during you know, normal work seasons. People play a lot because that's how they de-stress. People sub so Josh gets the credit card. Yeah, there is an ongoing deal where if we make it to level... It says level 20 in the command, but I think we said level 17 was the deal. If we make it to level 17 of a hype train, Josh gets my credit card and he can buy one thing. He can buy any one thing he wants. This guy is obviously cheating, though. I am very shocked that it goes to 9 rounds. What the fuck did I just see? Oh, it was just bugging out. Okay, 9 rounds and now he's just like blatantly shooting through the floor. Like how? How does this happen? How could this happen to Siege? It's made its mistakes. Got nowhere to run. Is Buck cheating too? He's just following Ash and spraying. Okay, he is cheating. Let me see if I can find the match. It was actually on this match. It's Trent.m80. Diamond with a 1.1 KD. Okay. I normally don't, like, take note of this. I feel like, maybe I do. I don't know. This is now the 5th person, because we've had 5 lobbies, or 5th lobby overall, where the person who's cheating and, like, blatantly cheating has not been banned. None of these people have been banned. A lot of these matches are from within the last 4 days. I don't think it's asking for too much to ask them to ban someone within 4 days, especially someone like this who is walking below and blatantly like shooting people through the floor. Like, this is about as blatant as it gets. How is it taking more than 4 days to ban them, you know? Yeah, I'm very disappointed in the state right now of Siege. I know I say that every single time, but it is actually just like depressing that people are cheating this blatantly, not getting banned. Ubisoft's not doing anything. Like, just, I don't care if they need more info. Just start fucking banning people quicker. That's all we need. They're just gonna come back and cheat anyways on a new account. You might as well just ban them and then get info when they come back. Okay, I'm just trying to find a new match to replace the first one that was submitted incorrectly. Alright, in this match we have Donut Killer, who's accusing Blurrier. Blurrier. And apparently he exploits in the first 2 rounds. I believe this is a somewhat older one now. But it's like an old, or it's like a lag exploit. So he's using, I believe those like classic lag cheats. So the wall, as you guys can tell, is like reinforced, but it's going into the ceiling. So on Scoposo's end, this wall is reinforced but higher up. On the attacker's end, it just looks like a normal reinforced wall. So this used to be a thing before a lot with certain cheats where people would basically be able to have the reinforcement or the castle or the barricade or something look different on their end. There was a very popular cheat for a while where people were basically able to run outside and kill people, but on the attacker's end, it didn't, like the barricade was still up and they never saw the person running. So this is just a variation of that. But there's also, this was a cheat with reinforcements too. Like with reinforcements, people would just reinforce, but then like run through the reinforcement. Which, this was supposed to have been patched out. I'm surprised it is back. I don't know if it's exclusive with Scopos, like something to do with the bot. From my very rudimentary knowledge on how some cheats work, my guess is that he starts transferring to the Scopos, like, or he starts reinforcing with this bot, activates his lag switch, gets off the reinforcement, swaps to the other shell, deactivates his lag switch, so then the server comes back, it's like, oh shit, okay, he's reinforcing, but he swapped shells, so like, cancel out the reinforcement for him. But on the server, it already happened. That's my guess. So it's about tricking the system with lag to be like, well, I actually did this, but now I'm switching and doing something different, and the system doesn't know how to handle it. This is why lag cheats have been very, very common recently. I even showed you guys the one, I think it was 3 or 4 weeks ago, where they were basically lag switching to peek a room and then going, like, rubber banding back, and then they'd actually swing and just line people up. You lost me? Okay. I'll try to explain this again, as basic as possible. Okay. He's on robot 1. He starts reinforcing, lag switch. He gets off the reinforcement, but the server doesn't know that he got off the reinforcement because he's lagging. While the server thinks he's lagging, he swaps shells to robot 2. Then he deactivates his lag switch. So then he reconnects and the server's like, okay, what was he doing? Oh, he was reinforcing. Oh, but now he swapped shells. So they put down the reinforcement because they think he was still doing that, but he already swapped shells. So on his end, this reinforcement's not there because he canceled it. But on the server's end, it is there because they didn't realize that he got off of it. So basically, it's just tricking the server. It's saying like, oh, I'm doing this, you lag, and then they can't, because the server can't tell, I don't know why I left. The server can't tell what's happening when you are lagging, because when you're lagging, you're playing locally basically, and the server has no idea what's happening. So I think that's essentially what they're doing. Okay, and then apparently he does it again here. So he does it over here, and you can see that reinforcement again looks like it's being deployed, but he swapped halfway through. Just so you guys know, because people have, like, you know, been seeing a lot of these lag cheats. These cheats are bannable. If you use stuff like this, you can and probably will be banned. Probably will take a while, knowing how bad Ubisoft has been with cheaters recently, but you will eventually get banned. Because this is cheating just as much as using walls or aimbot is. It's all cheating. Interesting to see that the reinforcement is sideways on the camera there. I also do believe that this type of cheat, we'll check to see if it is a console account. I believe this type of cheat is more common on console, because instead of a lag switch, I think all you have to do is just unplug your Ethernet cable basically on the console. Okay, he doesn't get a kill with it, but he is cheating. But yes, it is bannable, so don't do it. It is not worth it. But now you guys know. Their real name is Verizon 2. They have never played rank before, and they're now an Emerald. So I'm surprised that they are that high. I mean, they're using an exploit that's pretty replicatable, so that's probably just what they're doing. Only 120 hours. Doesn't look like it's a console account. Yeah, cheating, nonetheless. So, don't do it. You will get banned. That type of cheating is not exempt from bans or anti-cheat system. It's a little bit harder for them to track, so it takes longer for them to ban you, but you will get banned. But that's it for Hacker Replay this week. I wish I could say anything's improving, but it actually feels like it's about the same, if not still worse. Again, no one in any of these lobbies was banned, which is really, really bad. I think personally the longest Ubisoft should let people cheat once they figure out that they're cheating is maybe max 2 days. And then people might be wondering, like, why would they let them cheat? A lot of times they let them cheat because, one, they don't want them to know what they did to get banned. So, like, let's say a cheater activates a spin bot, and then they are immediately banned the next game. They're going to be like, okay, if I activate spin bot, I get banned, so I'm not going to do that. And then they're going to come back and cheat on a different account and not use spin bot. So then Ubisoft sometimes is like, okay, we'll let them cheat for like 2 more days, and then they won't know why they got banned. So, like, let's say they activate their spin bot. They spin bot for 3 days total, and then they get banned. They're going to be like, okay, maybe it was a spin bot. Maybe it's because I got too many headshots. Maybe it's because I did this. So they don't know. It makes them question it. And the logic makes sense, but it sucks for us because then they're just letting people cheat. And it's shitty for us because then we just have to deal with it. And even though they're going to get banned, we're just dealing with it longer than we should. Hopefully Ubisoft starts putting their foot down and banning people quicker, because this is ridiculous.